airport delays.
Airlines have been canceling flights, and we have safety issues, plain and simple.
Canada's Prime Minister at the White House.
I guess he wants to make a deal.
Cutting Pentagon brass.
Less generals, more GIs.
Good morning, I'm Steve Cason. With the CBS World News Roundup, there's no let-up to the chaos at one of the busiest airports in the country. Around 900 flights have been canceled in and out of Newark Airport over the past week. Delays for other flights have lasted several hours, affecting travelers from coast to coast. Here's CBS's Chris Van Cleve.
9 days of travel misery as hours-long delays and cancellations continue to pile up at Newark Airport due to an FAA staffing nightmare.
We've gotten 3 delays so far, but we're not set to take off for a couple hours.
Alaska Airlines CEO Ben Menacucci.
We have to be very vigilant with these issues and stay on top of it and communicate with the FAA and hopefully mitigate it. We don't want to fly if there's any question whether safety is going to be put at risk. So what you do is you slow things down. You slow things down so you can operate safely. But those delays are just too long.
This group of friends stranded in Newark are hoping their 6th try will be the flight that actually takes them home to L.A.
We're supposed to be at work tomorrow.
With no passports and non-compliant driver's licenses, they worry Wednesday's Real ID deadline could be another travel trouble.
That's going to put us in a pickle if we don't get back home soon.
Mattel says it's going to have to raise prices for some products sold in the U.S. to offset costs related to President Trump's tariffs. The maker of Barbie dolls and other toys says it is trying to diversify its manufacturing base away from China. CBS's Nancy Cordes has more on the reaction to the president's call for a tariff on films produced outside the U.S.
I'm not looking to hurt the industry. I want to help the industry.
President Trump's surprise announcement came after a meeting with actor Jon Voight, one of his so-called Hollywood ambassadors.
It's an industry now that's really left. It's abandoned the USA, where it started.
For film companies that rely on cheaper production overseas, it was a shock.
Everybody's very worried. It's our industry. It's what we've always done. It's our passion. So if this comes to reality, then this could all just go away tomorrow.
The recent blockbuster Minecraft movie was filmed partially in Canada. Today, Canada's new Prime Minister, Mark Carney, will make his first visit to the White House. This country has been targeted by many Trump tariffs.
I'm not sure what he wants to see me about, but I guess he wants to make a deal.
Trump has repeatedly vowed to make Canada the 51st state. On the eve of this visit, Trump's Commerce Secretary slammed Canada's government and its exports.
They have their socialist regime, and it's basically feeding off of America. I mean, the president calls that out all the time. Why do we make cars in Canada? Why do we do our films in Canada? Come on.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth is moving to cut 20% of 4-star generals, and the National Guard is being told to reduce the same amount among top leadership. CBS News military analyst Jeff McCausland says it raises questions.
Are we actually politicizing the military even more and looking for senior officers, particularly at the 4-star rank, who are more politically loyal as opposed to being more efficient and more professional in how they perform their duty?
Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi, whose California district represents the island where the former prison Alcatraz is located, says President Trump's call to reopen and expand it is, quote, not a serious one. CBS's Elizabeth Cook says the place is now a mecca for visitors.
More than 1 million tourists take a boat from San Francisco to Alcatraz each year. In the 1940s and 50s, there was no prison harsher than Alcatraz.
It's a small prison. Its maximum capacity was 336.
John Martini gave tours for the National Park Service, which took over what remains of the site. Is Alcatraz in any way, shape, or form ready to be a prison right now?
No, there's no running water. There's no sanitation. There's no heat.
Gone, too, would be the $60 million tourism dollars generated for the National Park Service and its partners.
Anticipation is building in Rome ahead of the conclave that will elect the next pope. CBS's Chris Livesay says it all begins tomorrow.
Vatican staff involved in the conclave, from cooks to cleaners, have taken their oath of secrecy. The punishment for breaking that oath, excommunication. Now, the cardinals will take their own oath tomorrow inside the Sistine Chapel.
Coming up on 5 minutes after the hour.
Well, that's today's news. It's 55 degrees in Pleasanton, California. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half